When we talk real estate, expense is, similar and maybe less important than revenue, because whether you are an investor or a property owner or an operator, the main KPI is about revenue generation from these properties or from these investments. And also, I'm not trying to pitch for any products. I would just like to highlight the changes going through the real estate industry, right? So a few years ago, the investment was mainly on residential or commercial or retail, industrial, and so on. But definitely we live in a very competitive world where everything is relevant, right? So as all the industries have been evolving all over the years, the real estate industry has evolved as well. It has evolved not only from, the way we operate, but the way the property is structured. So the future, or the building of the future, as we say, which we were talking about a couple of years ago, we started to see this kind of building available in our markets. So it started in the US, all over the world, and today we start to see such kind of building in Dubai, in UAE, and as well in Saudi Arabia. The building where you can have different type of prospects, different type of tenants, different type of agreements, different type of lease contracts. A building where you have a shared office space together with a commercial office space, together with residential units, together with retail space, right? So think about it, how important for you or any asset management company to have a proper and unified platform to be able to manage this complex type of interactions with different type of prospects and tenants. When we talk about real estate, right? So it's not only facility management. Facility management is just a component of real estate operations. It's not only construction, because it's another capex on the real estate operations. When we talk about real estate, we talk about a full, complicated life cycle, starting from construction down into leasing, property management, financial accounting, facilities management, reporting, and so on. And when we talk about any real estate organization, you have multiple hats in your organization or in your team. You have the property management team that's responsible on managing the properties, the maintenance of the properties, the relationship of the tenants, and so on. Then you have the asset management team who are acting on behalf of the owners or the investors to make sure that the revenue of these properties have been generated. So by having all these people together, then exposing your system to external users, whether they are investors or tenants or residents or even vendors, how you can interlink all these processes together in a unified platform, that's a big question. Data is important, of course. Everyone talking about data. And excuse my language, when they ask me about data, I always say data is garbage in, garbage out. It's more important you have a clean data or an integrated data. That's what I call data integrity. It's more important than just collecting data from different sources and try to merge them in one platform. So if we talk here about different hats in your organization, we have the property management and financial accounting team that do the billing, the collection, the revenue recognition, the tenant relationship, and then you have, I think the slide is not full. And then on top of that, you have maintenance, you have the inspections, how you manage the move-in and the move-out of the tenants, how to make sure that the unit is in good condition. And definitely all this financial accounting and all the tasks that have been run by the property management team have to consolidate in a certain place where the asset manager or the asset management team have visibility to that. So it's a real-time push of data from a property management to the asset management, where they manage all the expense budgeting, the revenue forecasting, the investor reporting, and as well the lead generation and the tenant risks and the collections. It's very important as well when you talk about data, is having all this data consolidated, where when you have a prospect, in one click you can have 360-degree overview record of this customer, the history of this customer, if they have any risk, if they have any bad history in dealing with. So it's very important for the asset management team to have such kind of visibility. And on top of that, you have the portals, and definitely now, real estate is a very competitive market. Every one of you is trying to provide better customer experience and try to digitize this experience. So rather than calling a call center and raising a service request for maintenance or asking to reduce the rent or asking to upload a document, etc., now everything can happen through the portal. And the portal have different components. So definitely you want to go through marketing and promote your properties and make sure that it's reachable to all the prospects in the market through different marketing channels. And then collecting this prospect information or maybe allowing this prospect to register online and continue the full leasing cycle online without a human intervention and generate the lease contract online without the need to come to your office, right? So when you talk about all of this data together, it's very important to have a single integrated platform that can cover all these three different stages and having your data unified across all the organization. An example can be for an asset manager, and the asset manager responsibilities, as we all know, it's that they supervise the leasing team, whether they are net new leases or lease renewals and tenant risks, and also managing the collection and the tenant risks, doing budgeting for the expenses and forecasting for the revenue. As well, construction, every one of us think that the construction can be a CapEx project. I want to construct a new building. But actually, construction can be a tenant improvement, can be a fit-out project in retail, right? Can be a remodeling of the property. So all of these details will flow from different teams, from different departments, and to have it consolidated under one platform. So, for example, the budgets have been created in the from the budgeting and forecasting team. These budgets will go to the construction. These budgets will go to the leasing team that's using the CRM. So when they are leasing out a unit, they know already the market budget for this unit, right? And similarly, when they are leasing out the unit, the financials will go back to the budgeting and forecasting team to forecast the revenue. Same applies to construction. So while you are doing a tenant improvement project, it's very important to put the budget back into the budgeting team. Here, asset managers will have clear visibility on the 360-degree life cycle of the asset management, and everything will be integrated all together. So to wrap up my session, definitely real estate is evolving, and we have to change the way we are looking at it. Expenses is very important part, but definitely how you optimize your revenue, how you increase your revenue, how you increase your asset value, how you position or better position yourself in the market, how you provide a better customer experience and customer journey is the key to be competing in this game and be on top of the game.